Welcome back to BoxedIn Supply Chain, where we will take a deep dive into the complex world of supply chain, shedding light on an often overlooked but crucial aspect. Throughout this presentation, we will thoroughly explore a supply chain model, highlighting the essential flows that keep the supply chain machinery in motion. Our journey will involve dissecting the fundamental components of supply chains such as suppliers, producers, and customers, while also closely examining the various flows that are integral to its operation. Keep a keen eye on the spotlight as we place a fundamental emphasis on intriguing concept on the reverse product flow. To ensure complete clarity, we will employ real-world examples to vividly demonstrate how this reverse product flow seamlessly operates. So whether you are a supply chain enthusiast, an environmentally conscious consumer, or just curious about how products make their way back through the supply chain, you are in the right place. Let's delve into the world of supply chain to gain a deeper understanding of how they operate and the critical flows required to ensure seamless operations and enhance the overall value within the supply chain. A supply chain is a network of interconnected entities and processes that work together to deliver a product or service to the end consumer. It consists of three basic elements: suppliers, producers, and customers. Each of these elements play a crucial role in ensuring that products or services are efficiently produced and delivered to meet customer demand. Additionally, there are several flows within a supply chain that facilitates the movement of goods, cash, and information. One of these flows is the reverse product flow, which deals with the movement of goods in the opposite direction of the typical product flow. Here is an explanation of each of the key elements and flows within a supply chain. Let's talk about the supply chain element first. Suppliers. Suppliers are entities that provide raw material, components, and services required for production. Their role is to ensure a consistent supply of inputs that meets the producer's specification in terms of price, quality, and quantity. Producers, are also known as manufacturers, are responsible for converting the raw materials and components received from suppliers into finished products. Their primary objective is to efficiently transform these inputs into products through various production processes. Customers are the end users who purchase and use the final products produced by the manufacturers. They play a critical role in creating demand for products in the market, ultimately driving this need for production. Moving on to the supply chain flows. Number one, physical product flow, which represents the movement of the physical goods within the supply chain. It encompasses the journey of raw materials from suppliers to manufacturers' work in process that moves through different production stages and delivery of finished goods to the customers. Number two, cash flow, which involves the financial transactions within the supply chain. It typically moves in the opposite direction of the physical product flow. Customers pay producers for the product they receive, and producers in turn pay suppliers for the materials and services they provide. Number three, information flow, which includes the transmission and exchange of data that coordinates the movement of physical goods within the supply chain. This flow ensures that the right products are delivered to the right places at the right times. It is a bi-directional flow as the information is exchanged between all parties across the supply chain. Number four, the reverse product flow, which is the backward movement of goods within the supply chain. This flow includes activities such as returns, repairs, recalls, recycling, reuse, remanufacturing, refurbishing, and refilling. If it focuses on the sustainable handling of the products at the end of their life cycle, diverting them from disposal and promoting environmental friendly products. Let's discuss some of these examples to further illustrate reverse product flow in the supply chain. Number one, returns. When a customer purchases a shirt from a retailer but decides they don't like it or it doesn't fit, they may return it to the store. The retailer then has the reverse product flow as they send the returned shirt back to the retailer and then to the manufacturer. This process allowed the manufacturer to assess the return item, potentially refurbish or reintroduce into the market. Number 2, repairs. If a laptop experiences issues while still under warranty, the customer may send it back to the manufacturer for repair. This represents a reverse product flow as the laptop moves backward into the supply chain. After the manufacturer fixes the laptop, it is returned to the customer, ensuring that the product remains functional and usable. Number 3, recall. In the case of safety issues with the toy product, the toy manufacturer initiates a recall. This involves issuing a notice to customers asking them to return the defective toys. The toys are then sent back to the manufacturer. This reverse product flow allows the manufacturer to address the safety concern by either fixing the defects or safety procedures to the products. It is a critical process for ensuring consumer safety and product quality. Number 4, recycling. When a consumer returns used aluminum cans to a recycling center, it marks the beginning of a reverse product flow for these cans. The recycling center processes the cans and sends them to an aluminum manufacturer. Here, the cans are melted down and used as raw material for creating new aluminum products such as new cans. This demonstrates how recycling contributes to resource conservation and sustainability. Number 5, reuse. In the case of a coffee shop, encouraging customers to bring in their reusable mugs, a reverse product flow occurs. Customers repeatedly use these mugs, cycling them back and forth between themselves and the coffee shop. The mugs are cleaned, refilled, and reused, reducing the need for disposable cups and promoting a more environmental friendly approach. A remanufacturing is the sixth option used. These engine parts are collected, disassembled, cleaned, refurbished, and reassembled into fully functional diesel engines for resale. This process involves a reverse product flow as the used parts are brought back into the supply chain, extending their life and reducing waste. Number 7, refurbishing. When a used smartphone is collected and the data is wiped, components are repaired or replaced, the battery is refreshed, and software is reloaded. The refurbished smartphone is then resold. This reverse product flow demonstrates how electronic devices can be brought back into the supply chain, reducing electronic waste and offering cost-effective alternatives to consumers. Number 8, refilling. Consumers returning empty reusable bottles to a beverage company for cleaning, refilling, and redistribution is another example of a reverse product flow. The bottles are reused multiple times, reducing the need for single containers and promoting sustainability. As we conclude our journey through supply chains, remember that unraveling their complexity empowers us to make informed decisions and shape a sustainable future. At BoxedIn Supply Chain, we are dedicated to breaking boundaries box by box, and we hope this video has expanded your horizons. If you are as passionate about supply chain as we are, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell to stay updated on our latest insights. Together, let's continue breaking boundaries box by box. Until our next adventure, keep thinking outside the box.